beautiful. The life is a dream. I try to now forget that in pursuit for another victory. It is easy. What real is now, energy, particles, and change. Image that I see of my imagination. I reinvent it every moment next. Another event presents itself for me, and I choose what I take from it. Nothing by default, and rigorous debate for any bit that is not of my dream. Like history of Russia. Slavs are slaves, Viking kings, Mongol kings, Kiev, Moscow, and the rest of feudal. What they left? 220 years of European colonization, 70 years of Gulag, 15 years of liberalization, 15 years of degradation. And if you go around the globe, switching places and questions, China and art, Mexico and money, Congo and innovation, everywhere we form a cockroach hierarchy. In some places more legacy, in some more talent. Inequality between groups is astonishing as inequality between individuals. You may try happiness and high up the ranks, but not to disengage with the system. It is powerful as it gets, as dark. I am picky of what I let in. Mother versus nanny. Work on self for being hired, or non-profit or taxpayer pays. As one time improvisation, as childish act out, as skill, as legend, an endless gradation. How far invest you are in a subject? What meaning do you subscribe to it in your life? A stream of sensations in your brain, and what you share in the words and actions. That goes with relationships as well with identities, like sexism. That jokes, personal preferences, hardened and wet positions, terra incognita. Dogs are quite emotional, intelligent beings. Have their breed and character. When raised well, they know how to behave friendly around people. Do you? Dolphins are pretty smart, friendly to us naturally. But do they have a language? We, of course, are another matter, as story goes. We have words, we rule the world, we lie to each other. That's how we rule each other. And the greatest lie, believed by all, from prehistoric time, is money. We try different ideas, something lesser, and still use them. Family, love, honor, gods and leaders, meritocracy, public democracy. We humans are many, in billions, and to behave, we have to have some abstract system of measurement and counting to reflect the deeds, to respect and trust each other, and capitalism is the best. Alternatives are much worse. If you can find yourself in one of them, be free and happy. So what about the next person? For ongoing destruction of the planet, this is an old story. Industrialization and urbanization with exploitation of labor and resources. But on the other hand, so many of us liberated, wealthy, educated, having fun and everyday joy. A normal distribution is random and pyramid shape, and we are crazy animals. If you are able in self-discipline, learning skills, regular savings, risk assessment and picture of the world, that is a lot. And we have social governments with taxes in civilization and looking around, seeing arts, shops, clubs, smiley people, how not believe in being good, but being lucky is counterintuitive. To make it far, to develop highly, personality traits of dark triad, narcissism, Machiavellianism, psychopathy, but to make it further, also curiosity, kindness, empathy. Anyway, those are just labels, as left or right, as male or female, directions to help with decisions. It is all personal. You sit face to face, look into horny greedy eyes and judge, and we build relationships, organizations, institutions. I'm not a Puritan and not a snob, like how stupid you could be. Please, deal with aftershocks. And we have not only propaganda, but censorship too, prohibition of content types by moral state police and cancel culture warriors, community guidelines as gatekeepers and shadow banning in prioritizing algorithms. Bad and ugly things exist. It is sad, and I'm sorry for victims and sadists, but natural selection, underdogs and dark horses, high morals and normativity made by our blah blah. We have agency, make choices to fit or flip, construct an information bubble, participate in holy war. Switch sides with consensus. Compassion for heretics, pirates and scammers goes so far. And wanted to find out? Eventually you will. Dreams come true, but there is also presumption of innocence, benefit of the doubt, good faith, and overall, we continue to spin this planet somehow, and haters gonna hate. I heard folklore gossip that a few times in history our population shrunk to a few thousand barbarians at the gates. Metropolis has fallen, but whatever. No magic book with answers, just a human being and the void, and your choice to be in layers of complexity. And public discourse is quite toxic sometimes, populated of all colors and backgrounds, producing common good. Compared with previous updates or other places, this is progress. And anyway, individually, you care yourself to be better, so any standard is too low, with a room for improvement. As story goes, life finds a way. On long distance on deserved places, cringes on fringes, and yours on yours. Freedoms, institutions, internet technologies are achievements by themselves. But first of all, are just tools for use to personal benefit. Let's count fingers. 4chan, Imgur, Reddit, Patreon, Proton, YouTube, Steam, Spotify, TikTok, Discord, Insta, Tinder, OnlyFans, Telegram, Signal, Wiki, Twitter, Twitch, DeviantArt, Substack. As story goes, the map is not the territory. Platforms come and go as media companies or political parties or sport clubs or conglomerate corporations or private sites and private apps. Entities that we form to organize our crazy, with different purposes, positions, policies and business models are leaning towards one shape or gravitating to another, hosting different content. Today you exist and so cool. Tomorrow who knows. Framework is in consideration of legal and for profit. Sustainable part of bigger system in keeping megalomania intact with ownership and management editorial views. And with cringe, I have my own, and see no shortage of cringe at any foreseeable future on the planet and on the YouTube. I feel like too much fun videos here are being deleted and copyright is like whack. But there is the rest of internet full of trash and dark web, so no problems with that. I wanted to binge any type of content, can do it for the end of times. And cringe is just cringe. And if I in my life will never more encounter any of that. Thanks. In my teens I had enough of examination how cynical the one could be. And the point is not to be bad, but the opposite of that, to have fun. Sensationalism and glamorization of controversial topics and transactional relationships, a healthy discussion. Shock is question of tolerance. If I am provoked, this is entertainment. Mainstream, headlines, art as any medium, improvisation performances, or whatsoever, done intentionally, for the show. Themes and methods are just tools of expression, to get attention, and meaning of message, I don't know. As story goes, anything can be art as long as you, as an artist, say it is. I look for beauty in my touch, on execution quality, hype impact, author journey. third Harry Potter movie, The Prisoner of Azkaban, tones have been changed, Games of Thrones popularity, Jeffrey Epstein as pop icon. As story goes, studies have shown no connection between video games and is that done by no harm intended, not to hurt your feelings? In places and industries with responsibilities on safety, trust and consent, but childish and joking, lines between fiction and reality are blurry, pushing boundaries in unique circumstances. Basic instincts, primitive manipulations, sex sells, negativity too, ignoring the cosmetics, but more. Like, I'm grateful for the content, journalism and criticism, clickbait trolling, protest movement, but I'm skipping also solutions, this fix the problem mindset. I ask self to eat the preach, walk the talk. Optimism, hope, joy, fun. It is the core, the point, must have, bullshit filter, and to stay on that, address that, is something of impossibility, a secret to success and so very cool. We live in cycles, moon cycles and mood of life, of affection, fashion and economic, ebbs and flows, rhythm and balance. With what appears to be innocent or wrong of gravity or saturation, I look at my feelings with detachment. What do I make of this, of you, of self, the risks, the grace, the humor, beauty of ruins, symmetry of companies, price of actions? The hardest years are the youngest. You have to deprive on maximum, without any guarantee. More you better your chances. Train your monkey, resist against. Particles, positions and movements. Now, I live, I feel. This moment and this moment. Different. Relationships of causality, cohesive story, approximation of reality in my head. Of that moment. Of a sequence of moments. Of an event, a thing, a day, a season, a name, my life and their life. Being a baby. Screaming and growling, time is passing. Difference between passion, love and anger. How it works and how it all goes together. New facets. All of us have this. More or less emotional, fundamental, artsy, interesting of meaning. Almost all of us can also take fast food, hard work and go to vote. Most of us can also take movies, debate and trade. Some of us can also make movies, writers and leaders. Rob and break hearts is what we do.